What's up, YouTube? SSJ Future Gohan 62093 here. I got a request from Sasuke Madara123 to make a couple of videos showcasing my new Miracle Battle Carddass stuff. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 I have in my hand, and I forgot one deck in my card case, so I have 5 decks built right now. I think the last time I posted a video I had 1, and it was really bad. So these are all really good decks. I had them built in Japan by, a close friend who actually plays the game over there. He's very familiar with the game, he's very good at it. So these decks are like, tournament-ready decks in Japan, but obviously, I'll never be able to do that. But it's cool to be able to play with, the game and not have just a put together deck of just cards you think look cool and you don't really know what they do. I know what all these cards do, and I know how to work the deck, and it's a good deck. So this deck is a purple and blue deck, and it is themed around the Ginyu Tokusentai, or the Ginyu Force, and Cooler's Armored Squadron. So I was just checking to see if you guys could see the cards there. So without further ado, I'm going to get to it. We got 2 Dende. He's really good for blue. Obviously doesn't fit in with the Ginyu theme at all, but you can't really have a blue deck really without Dende or Deborah, but Deborah is just Dende on crack. So yeah. We got 2 Goldo. He's in there for Tokusentai, the Ginyu Tokusentai theme. He's not that good, but he gets Tokusentai going early, so he's has to be played. 2 Chaozu. He doesn't relate to the theme at all. He just is good for purple for a 1-coster, and when he's destroyed you draw a card, so he's not bad. I have Android 18 there. She's really good in purple. I actually wish I had more than one of her, because her effect is she gets 2,000 battle power during your opponent's turn, which that early in the game is really good, especially considering she has really good stats. So she's really good. I have 2 costers now. We have 2 Jace. He's obviously in there only for Ginyu Force. He has no effect. He kind of sucks, but he gets Ginyu Force for you. So 2 Nyazu, or Niaz, whatever you call him. He right here has Cooler's Armored Squadron, so he fits in with that theme, and that's really the only reason that he's in here at all. He kind of sucks. He goes to your energy when he's destroyed, so he's kind of bad. I have 1 Dr. Wheelo. He's really good. He fits in with the Emperor theme of the deck, which I'll get to in the late game characters. When you put an Emperor in play, you can draw 2 cards, so he's actually really good. 2 Birder, or Bata, I don't care. I call it Birder because that's what I've always called him. He's really good. He's got Ginyu Force, and he actually has a good effect. His effect is when you use an action card, all your Ginyu Force members get 3,000 battle during the turn, battle power during the turn. So he's really good. That's it for 3 costers. On the 4, I have 2 Raccoon. He's actually really good. His effect is when you put him in play, you can take an action from your discards and put it in your hand. So he kind of works with Birder on that. His stats aren't too good, but he's not terrible. And he's got Ginyu Force, obviously, so he's not a bad card. I have 1 Dore. He's not too bad, but he's a vanilla, so it's not the best. He's obviously in there because of Cooler's Armored Squadron. So, and I have King Cold. He has the Emperor characteristic right here, along with Interplanetary Warriors, which is a trait that people like Zarbon and Dodoria and Kui and Apul and all them have, because they weren't in the Ginyu Force, but they were still minions of Frieza. So they have, and the early Vegeta, Raditz, and Nappa had it. So that's a pretty cool trait, I think, that they gave him. It's kind of like Frieza family from the American Dragon Ball card game. Now on to 5 costers. I have 1 Zarbon. He's actually really good. I'd like to try to run 2, but I don't really have the room for it. His effect is when you play an action, I can draw 2 cards and discard 1. So that's really good. Then I have 2 Captain Ginyu. He's like, I call him broken, but I got told he's not broken. I personally think he is broken based on what I've done with him in the game and what he's done to me. I think he's broken. His effect is when he attacks, based on the number of Ginyu Force, Planetary Warriors, and Emperor characters that you have in play, you can bounce someone your opponent has with a cost equal to or lower than the number of them in play. So if I have six Ginyu Force, Emperor, and or Planetary Warriors in play, it can be any combination of the 3. I get to bounce one of your guys of 6 or less to your energy area every time he attacks. I think that's broken. So the last one on 5 costers, someone pretty cool. It's Chilled from the episode of Bardock Special. Just making sure, yeah, you guys can see it good. I actually freaking forget what he does right now, sadly. I know he's really good, so and he has the Emperor characteristic, so you know that's cool by me. Now on the 6 costers, I have 1 Salza or Captain Salza, whatever. He's really freaking good. He actually has a really good effect. When he comes into play, I can put a cooler into play from my hand and not pay his cost. Now, he's different from most characters who do that because he says nothing. He lets cooler get his come into play ability. Most of the Miracle Battle cards that put guys into play, like there are a bunch of them. It says in parentheses, you do not get their come into play effect. Salza doesn't say that, so you do get the effect. And you'll see why that's really good with Cooler in a couple of seconds. Salsa's really good, so. Plus he has, obviously Cooler Armored Squad. And his art, I love his art. It's really good. Now I got 2 Frieza third forms. This card is beautiful looking. I don't know if you guys can see the foil on that, but these cards look absolutely stunning. In their foil forms, Omega Rares and Super Rares and all, they look brilliant. He is really good. I believe his first effect is when one of your characters does a damage to your opponent, you can bounce until a cost of 5 up to 2 of your opponent's characters to their energy. So you can bounce one of their 5 costers, or like a 4 coster and a 1, 3 and a 2, 2 2s and a 1, or 5 1s, and so on. He's really good. I believe his second effect is if you reveal an action as damage, it comes to your hand or something like that. I don't remember what it is, but he has interplanetary warriors and Emperor characteristics, so he's really good. Now the big daddy of the deck, my personal favorite card in this deck. It looks amazing, and it's really freaking good. I have 1 Cooler. He was an Omega Rare from like set 3 in the game, and he looks awesome. And he is really good. First of all, he's got good stats. Second, he has Emperor. For some reason, they didn't give him Cooler's Armored Squad, but Frieza doesn't have Ginyu Force either, so I guess I can see the logic in that. His effect is when he comes into play, during this turn, all of your Ginyu Force or Special Forces, Cooler's Armored Squadron, and Emperor characters do 2 damage on the attack instead of 1. That is really, really good, especially when you have Cooler in conjunction with Salza. So let's say I have Salza, and I'm like, bam, I drop Salza, and then I drop Cooler for free. I pay no cost, and now, even if these are my only 2 characters, both of them do 2 damage. So if I would have some form of an action card or something I could play, he can win you the game flat out. He's just really good. Now that's it for characters. Move on to actions. Some of these I actually don't know the full names of, so I'm sorry. But I believe this one's just called Cooler Armored Squadron. I believe it says if you have 3 either Cooler Armored Squadron or Special Forces or, well, Ginyu Tokusentai or Ginyu Force characters in play, take all of your opponent's jump powers and move them to your characters. That card can break it can win you the game. We have Time Freeze. I don't remember what Time Freeze does off the top of my head, so I know it's pretty good. Then we have two Frieza Brothers. This card's really good because it lets you take a Cooler or Frieza from your damage and put it into play. So again, it lets you get their come into play effect, which is really good. That's a really good card. This one I'm probably actually going to swap out. It's called Supernova. I might actually just leave it in there because the art is so sick and it was such a cool moment in DBZ. Cooler's like my favorite DBZ villain, just to let you guys know, so that's why I really like this deck so much, because it revolves around Cooler. It just says kill one of your opponent's guys of a cost 4 or less. There are other cards that I was just talking about replacing it with that can kill anyone, but I might just leave that in there because it looks so cool. Then we have, I believe this is the Cold Legacy. I really forget what that does. I know it's really good, so you'll just have to, bear with me on that, so I'm sorry. This one's called Burning Settlement. It's alright. It lets you, I believe it lets you move one of your damages to your hand, which is really, really good. It either lets you move one of your hand or discard one. I'm pretty sure it's move one of your hand. And obviously it has really cool art and it's very shiny, so I love the card. This one is actually really cool. It's called Angered Kamehameha. I realized actually that saying Kamehameha is wrong, because I was told by my friend in Japan that there was a card that was just like Gohan doing this, but it was called Ha. And I asked him why, and he said because the Ha is I'm ranting off on this. I just find it interesting for Dragon Ball Z fans. The Ha is a way of expressing the launch of the energy wave. So really, when you have Goku say Kamehame, and then he launches it and says Ha, it's a way of expressing the launch of the energy wave. So that's why in Kai, even in the English version, they say Kamehameha. They stress it instead of Kamehameha, merging it all into one word. Pronouncing it Kamehameha is the right way to do it, because it's really, if they didn't express the launching of the wave, it'd just be Kamehame, which would kind of sound stupid. So that's an interesting fact. And this card's really good. It lets you kill an opponent's guy with a cost less than or equal to the amount of cards in your discard pile. So it's really good. The next one is You'll Pay for This, You Puny Worms. I don't remember what it does, and I don't have my translation list with me. So now on to dramatics, which are like the missions or events in this game. We have one special Kaio training. I love the art. It's Goku chasing after Bubbles and King Kai's laughing. I forget what it does. It's pretty good though. Then I have two of my favorite event in the game. Bulma's Capsule Pod, or Bulma's Capsule House, I can't remember which. This card's really, really good. It says when you put a character into play, you may take one of your energy and put it in your hand, and then place one card from your hand into your energy not tapped. So you can recycle your energy and pull out good cards and get rid of bad stuff to your energy that you don't want. The next events are Vegeta's Scheme and The Strongest in the Universe. And YouTube, I will be back with more deck profiles today, so peace.